guys. I sure hope you can hear me. Give me one moment and let me just check on something, and then I'll begin. Just wait a minute here. And okay, good. The sound is working. That's what I was needing. Okay, cool. So, and let's see. Let me get my screen up here just in case I get any comments. Then I'll be able to hopefully see the comments live. All right, now I've just got to mute over here. There we go. Oh, it's Karma. Hi, Karma. Good to see you. Okay, now I've got to adjust my screen. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you go live. I'm just kind of learning as I go about what I need to do here with these screens. I need to be able to see myself and also check the comments. Oh, you're on your lunch break? Cool. Awesome. So today what I thought I would talk about is brain hacks. This is going to be my first brain hack. So I'm just going to make these little videos, probably just do them live like I'm doing it now, because if I try to pre-record, it'll probably never, it'll be a while before I get them up, because then I'll feel like I have to edit them and everything. So it's better for me to just do it this way, kind of haphazardly, than trying to be perfect, right? So, okay. So besides being a clinical hypnotherapist, I am also a life coach and a success coach. And I have a coaching group, and I help entrepreneurs and I help hypnotherapists get started with their business, and I help them to grow their business. And I give a lot of advice and help to that group, but I figured that I may as well just also give some tips that I give in that group over here for free to you guys, to my YouTube followers. And because it has to do with the brain, I figure it's close enough to hypnotherapy, because it's all about the brain anyway, right? And hypnosis is really about the brain, the mind, the subconscious. So, but I usually talk about the mind as opposed to just the brain, because I believe that the mind and the brain are actually two separate entities. But in this case today, I'm going to talk about the brain. And I'm talking about the brain because a lot of people, including myself, have ADD or ADHD. In fact, I think that ADD is not even a diagnosis anymore. Now it's just all ADHD. I don't think I have the hyperactivity part of it, but I definitely can have the attention disorder part of it. So, oh, cool. Anthony, you're starting a side business? Go for it, dude. Just jump in. Soon as inspiration strikes you guys, it's like you got to strike when the iron is hot, at least if your brain is like mine. It's better just to jump in and start something haphazardly, just like how I'm doing right now. I don't know if haphazardly is the correct description or adjective to use, but just do it. Just start. Just begin. You can always go back later and polish it up. So these videos will get better over time. Hopefully, they should. All right. So, if you are, so going back to brains. So if you you can be actually a very organized person and have ADD. I am actually a highly organized person. I still have ADD because my attention wanders, and sometimes I feel like I need to be working on 10 different projects at a time. But the truth of the matter is that I can zone in on one project that I'm really passionate about, and I can perseverate on that one thing, and I can keep doing it. As long as I'm interested in it, right? But I have a million ideas that come at me in all directions. So I don't know if this is the case with you, but if it is, I'm going to give you a little tip of how you can manage those thoughts and ideas and how you can organize your thoughts and prioritize what needs to get done when. Okay. So my system, ever since maybe 15, 20 years ago, whenever I was working in corporate, this is when I first started this system, because I had a lot of responsibility and I had to figure out what I needed to do and what needed to be priority, or I would get in trouble. Thank God I don't have a boss anymore and I work for myself, but that means I have to be my own boss, right? And if you are an entrepreneur, you have to still get things done. Yeah, you don't really have anyone to answer to except for yourself, right? Or your clients, but it's not like you have a boss over you. So you got to keep yourself organized. And most entrepreneurs, from what I understand, are ADHD or have an ADHD diagnosis, and that's why they're entrepreneurs. So for you guys who just want a little help organizing your thoughts and knowing what you're supposed to be working on, then feel free to use my system if you'd like, the system that I'm about to show you, and just see how well it works for you. And if you actually use this system, then I want you to leave in the comments how well it works for you. So come back and let me know. I'm going to read some comments before I tell you about the system. You thought I thought you were part zombie talking about brains. And then let's see, Karma says ADD can turn into a manic state. Yeah, it can turn into a manic state. And some of that is controllable, or a lot of it is controllable. Some people have to use meds to help control that. I have nothing against medication. I know big pharma is a thing, but if you need to use medication as a tool to help you get to the next level, to help you get through your day, to help you cope, and you need to use it, I think that's fine to use as a tool. I would, suggest if you can not have to use it, if you can learn how to cope without it eventually, then that's probably better for your brain health overall, not having to be dependent on medication. But if you have to take it, you have to take it. It's just another tool. Okay. But yes, but I totally get that you can be in a manic state, for sure. And usually when you're in a manic state, that's usually when you're hyper. Okay. So what I do, what is all of these like crazy thoughts that come into my brain, is I take these Post-it notes. All right. And I've got different color Post-it notes, and ignore my nails because I haven't done my nails or my hair or my makeup or anything, because it's all about just getting this done, right? That's another thing too. Sometimes if you wait for everything to be perfect, then it's not going to happen. So sometimes you just have to pick up and do what you got to do from where you are. All right. So I take so anytime you have a thought, you just take a Post-it note and you just write down your thought. Okay. You just write it down, stick it somewhere, write it down, stick it somewhere, write it down, stick it somewhere. And that means that you're not going to forget the stuff that's important, right? And so here's some random Post-it notes that I have sitting on my desk. And I just went through all of these before we began, and I threw away the ones that were no longer important to me anymore, or I had scratched them off the list. Okay. And so what you're going to want to do, you can be all OCD and color coordinate them, but if that gets to be too much of a hassle, you don't even have to worry about that. All you need to do though is write it down. So the first thing that I have here is brain hacks written down. So that was just what I'm doing now, brain hacks. Okay. So I'm making a brain hacks video. See if you can see, this light is doing something. Okay. And now that was an idea, and I'm doing brain hacks now. And so I can crumple it up, and it gives you, this kinesthetic feel to it, right? And throw it away. And it's so satisfying being able to just like, instead of just crossing things off of a to-do list, you can just crumple it up and throw it away. If it's something like extremely important. So this says move all of my Dropbox files to my Google Drive and cancel Dropbox, because I'm paying for both Dropbox and Google Drive, and that's like ridiculous. I don't need to be paying for two things that do the same thing. So I'm going to put this right on my computer screen. And that means that every time I go to my computer, I'm going to see this, and it's going to kind of annoy the crap out of me until I get it done. But when I get it done, I get to take it down and crumple it up and throw it away, right? And then that just kind of clears space out for me. There you go. And then you can just go through your list, and then you can prioritize. You can kind of figure out what's important, and you just make piles. You can say, all the most important thing goes into one pile, stuff that you can get to later goes into another pile, and maybe stuff that you're dreaming about that might be down the road can go in the third pile. But just kind of make, I also have stickers where that just has like books that I want to read. So you can make a pile for that. All right, and if the little sticky starts to come off like this one is doing, you could just take a piece of tape and tape it up there. So like this one is my best friend's address. She moved into a new place, and I still have to put in my address book. So that's like I'll put that in the can do later pile, right? And then this one talks about doctor's appointments that I need to make. And I have already made these, and these are in my calendar, so I can crumple that up. That's gone. Okay, this is something that I need to add for my clients to their intake form. That's kind of a high priority because it's adding it to their intake form. So I'm going to put that in my higher priority. This is like a website that I need to visit that somebody told me about, and I'm going to put that in the lower priority because I don't even remember what that was about, but if I wrote it down, it was somewhat important. Let's just say okay, can't read my own handwriting. How hypnotized you are? Oh, okay. This is, I'm going to create, right. Okay, so this is a reminder for me to create a YouTube video on doing the magnetic hand suggestibility test, and to link it to my Clear Life Results website so that my clients can do a test to see how hypnotizable they are. Right. So that is, that's not high priority. It's like low priority, actually. So I'll put that in the low priority pile. And then you just go through all of that. I'm just telling you everything about me here. What is this? Guide on a journey. Then make a, oh, okay. Guide my customers on a journey. And then make some beautiful slides. Canva has some good slides. So just little notes to myself. It's like, okay, that's, make some TikTok videos, read this guy's book. This has something to do with a hypnosis skill that I want to incorporate in my hypnosis practice. So this is not something that I have to do. It was just a reminder, something that I wanted to remind myself of. So I'll put that in a separate pile. Introspective hypnosis, thought form attachments. What is this? Look at Mark Cunningham's Inception Induction, see what that is all about, right? Which that is actually a really cool induction. And okay, and then my PSP class, I'm going to be doing a live class for my profound somnambulism protocol. And on here I had put $497, but I'm actually going to make it, I put $597, but I'm changing it to $497. I usually sell this for $1,000 if you go on my website, but I'm giving it for half price for anybody who signs up for the live session. Now you have to be a hypnotherapist to sign up for this. You have to at least have your basic hypnosis down and have been practicing hypnosis for at least 2 years, because this is an advanced course. I'm going to be doing some more promotions on this via website. And then also I put in, I should have done it on a separate page, so I'm just going to tear that in half. But I said, this one says wealth success is a learnable skill. So I want to do a YouTube video on talking about how wealth success is a learnable skill, or maybe I'll do a class on that. Okay, so anyway, so you take your piles and and then you go through and you prioritize. And the top 3 things that you need to do, you're going to stick them on your computer screen. So when you're like, what am I supposed to do next? It'll be right there in front of you on your computer screen. And then you'll have 3 choices, and whatever you feel like working on, work on that. And then until you throw it away. And if you find yourself not working on something, you're procrastinating on it, if it's not really going to bring you a lot of joy or success or money or whatever, then maybe you're not supposed to be working on it. But you'll kind of know that if it stays on your screen for a long time. It gets you to rethink, like, is this as much of a priority as I thought it was? And you could think to yourself, well, why haven't I acted on it? Why have I been procrastinating? And can I give this to someone else to work on? Can I farm it out to another person? Maybe they have a skill, and maybe I could just pay them to get it done if it's something that needs to be done, but you just don't want to do it for whatever reason. Okay, cool, guys. So I'm going to go to the comments now. And Anthony says, question, with your Post-it notes, do you ever read back and say, where did this idea come from? Sometimes, but I know that sometimes the ideas they just come to me randomly through the ether. Sometimes they come to me like when I'm doing my success coaching group, I'll have an idea, or maybe somebody will tell me something that I feel like I need to write down. Like I'll get ideas. Like that's what I like about the coaching group, is that we're also a masterminding group. So we meet every Friday. And every other Friday is a business coaching meeting. But then every other Friday from that is a masterminding meeting. So we all mastermind ideas with each other. And a lot of times I get ideas from the people in my masterminding group or my success coaching group, because we really help each other out. And in my success coaching group, it's not me being a talking head and saying you must do that or whatever. We're all adults and it's a conversation, and we help each other out. And I get just as much out of these groups as my clients or my friends really at this point, because the guys in my group have been with me now for a pretty long time. Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Karma, for watching. And thank you guys, whoever you are watching this, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it on the replay. So if you like this, if you have these little brain hacks, please leave it in the comment below that, if this is something that you like, I'll do more of these. Or if you thought it was just kind of a waste of time or something, then and you can write that too. I'll probably cry, but that's okay. I'd rather know than waste my time doing it if it's not something that you really want. But if you do like this video, please like and please subscribe and share if you want. Okay. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.